All right, variable training versus constant training. Simple ideas, useful for your jiu-jitsu. In a constant practice, we're going to be doing one movement pattern and repeating that movement pattern over and over again. I could have resistance from a training partner, but it's going to be the same resistance. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing, constant. Variable practice. Variable practice, I'm going to pick a particular movement pattern, for instance, a leg drag, and then I'm going to have my training partner give me varying levels of resistance. Okay, varying the practice. All right. So rather than doing the same thing over and over again, I'm going to do something similar, but I'm going to get a bunch of different reactions, and I'm going to calibrate a particular movement pattern to novel situations. Okay. Now, this kind of gets interesting when you relate it to something called schema theory for motor learning. Prior to schema theory, the idea was you would create a new movement pattern to suit every novel situation that you'd encounter, a completely new movement pattern. Schema theory suggests that you create generalized motor programs, all right? So for instance, that general idea of a leg drag, the broad strokes of a leg drag. You then perform that movement under resistance to adapt or be able to better adapt that movement to novel situations, okay? So you're creating a schema, and that schema involves this generalized motor program, and then it creates this feedback loop where every time you perform that movement under resistance, you're better able to develop your timing, your speed, and your force. And you're making that schema more and more robust, all right? So that really relates to the idea of variable training. And again, that's basic breakdown on the differences between a constant practice versus a varied practice, and how this idea of schema theory sort of relates to variable practice.